Hello, friends. Welcome back to Echo Your English. Today we're talking about mornings, how we start the day, the small things we do before the day really begins.
Yeah, mornings. I think mornings are interesting because everyone has their own way of starting. Some people wake up fast, ready to go. They jump out of bed, turn on the lights, start moving immediately. Other people, like me, need time. I need a slow start. I need to ease into the day.
Me too. I'm not a fast morning person. I never have been, really. I used to try to be. I used to set my alarm early, thinking I would get up and do so much, exercise, make a good breakfast, maybe read a chapter of a book. But that never really worked for me. I would set the alarm, and when it went off, I would just feel overwhelmed, like the day was already asking too much of me.
I know that feeling. It's like you're trying to force yourself into a version of a morning that doesn't fit who you actually are.
Exactly. So now I don't do that anymore. I don't set ambitious goals for my mornings. I just let myself wake up slowly.
What does that look like for you? A slow morning.
Well, I wake up and I just sit for a while. I don't jump out of bed. I sit on the edge of the bed for a minute or two, just breathing, just feeling awake. Then I go to the kitchen, make my coffee, and I sit by the window. I don't look at my phone right away. I don't check messages or emails. I just look outside. Sometimes I see people walking their dogs. Sometimes I see the sky changing color, especially in the early morning when the light is soft. It's a small thing, but it helps me feel calm before everything starts.
That sounds really nice. I think I need that kind of quiet too. For me, it's water. Cold water on my face. I know that sounds simple, almost too simple, but it wakes me up in a gentle way. Not like an alarm that shocks you awake, not like someone turning on all the lights in the room. Just cold water, and then I feel more present, more awake, but in a soft way.
More present. I like that because mornings can feel kind of foggy, right? Like you're here, but not really here yet. Your body's awake, but your mind is still catching up.
Exactly, and I think that's okay. I used to feel bad about that, like I should wake up and immediately be productive, immediately be sharp and ready. But now I think the foggy part is actually important. It's a transition. You're moving from sleep to awake, from dreams to reality, and that takes time. It's not instant.
It does take time. I think sometimes we forget that. We expect ourselves to just switch on like a light. But we're not lights, we're people. And people need time to adjust, time to move from one state to another.
Right, and I think society doesn't really make space for that. Everything is about being productive, being efficient, getting things done quickly. But mornings, at least for me, are not about efficiency. They're about transition.
Transition. That's a good word for it. So, what else do you do in the morning? After the water, after you feel more present?
I usually make tea. I'm a tea person in the morning, not coffee. I boil the water, choose a tea, let it steep, and I like that process. It's not fast. You have to wait for the water to boil, you have to wait for the tea to steep, and that waiting is actually part of the ritual. It forces me to slow down.
I like that. The waiting is part of the ritual, not just something you endure until you can drink the tea.
Exactly. And while the tea is steeping, I usually stretch a little. Not formal exercise, not a workout, just stretching, reaching up toward the ceiling, bending down to touch my toes, rolling my shoulders, feeling my body wake up. Because when you sleep, your body gets stiff, and stretching helps everything feel more awake, more alive.
I do that too sometimes, stretching in the morning. And it's interesting because it's not about flexibility or fitness. It's just about feeling your body, noticing where you're tight, where you're sore. It's another way of being present.
Right, it's connection, connecting with your body after being asleep for hours.
So after the coffee, after sitting by the window, I sometimes write, Just a few lines in a notebook. Nothing important, nothing that anyone else would read, just thoughts or what I dreamed about or how I'm feeling. Sometimes I write about what I'm worried about. Sometimes I write about what I'm looking forward to. It's a way of clearing my mind, I think.
I like that. Writing before the day gets loud, before all the thoughts and tasks start crowding in.
Yeah, before the day gets loud. That's a good way to say it. Because once the day starts, once you check your phone or turn on your computer, there's so much noise. Emails, messages, tasks, decisions, things people need from you. But in the morning, at least for a little while, it's quiet. It's yours. The day hasn't claimed you yet.
I love that phrase. The day hasn't claimed you yet. That's exactly what it feels like. You're still your own person, not yet pulled in 100 different directions.
Exactly. And I think that's why I protect my mornings now. I used to let mornings get taken over by everything else. I would wake up and immediately start responding to messages, checking what needed to be done. But then I realized I was giving away the quietest, most peaceful part of my day before I even got to enjoy it.
That's a really good realization. I think a lot of people do that. They give away their mornings without even thinking about it.
Yeah. So now I try to keep at least the first 30 minutes for myself. Just me, my coffee, the window, maybe some writing. It makes such a difference in how the rest of the day feels.
I do something similar, but I walk. Not a long walk, maybe just around the block, maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes I don't even think about anything. I just walk and notice things. The air, the temperature, the way the street looks empty or full, the color of the sky, the sound of the world waking up.
Do you listen to anything when you walk? Music or podcasts?
Sometimes music, sometimes nothing. When I listen to nothing, I hear more, you know? Birds or cars in the distance, or my own footsteps on the pavement. It sounds strange maybe, but those sounds feel grounding. They remind me that I'm here, that I'm alive, that the world is real and turning.
No, I understand that completely. It's like the sounds remind you that you're here, that the day is real and starting, that you're part of something bigger than just your own thoughts.
Exactly. And I think mornings in winter feel different than mornings in summer. In winter, it's still dark when I wake up, the air is cold and sharp. I have to wear a jacket for my walk, sometimes a hat. And there's something about that darkness and cold that makes me appreciate being awake. Like I'm doing something a little brave just by getting up, just by going outside into the cold morning.
I feel that too. Winter mornings are harder. The bed feels so warm and the room feels so cold. It takes more effort to get up. But once you're up, once you have that coffee or that cold water on your face, there's a kind of satisfaction, like you made it through the hard part. You didn't stay in bed. You chose to start the day.
Yeah, you made it through the hard part, and then the day can begin. Summer mornings are different, though. The light comes earlier, the air is already warm. You can open the windows and let the morning in. There's a lightness to summer mornings that winter mornings don't have.
That's true. Summer mornings feel easier, less effort. But I think I appreciate both. Winter mornings for their quiet darkness, summer mornings for their light and warmth.
What about the mornings that don't go well? Do you have those?
Oh, definitely. Mornings when I sleep through my alarm, or mornings when I wake up already feeling tired, like I didn't really rest. Those mornings are harder. I try to be kind to myself on those days, but it's not always easy. Sometimes I feel guilty, like I failed before the day even started.
I have those too. Mornings when everything feels rushed, when I don't have time for the tea, the stretching, the walk, when I wake up late and have to hurry. Those mornings feel like I'm already behind before I even start.
And it affects the whole day, doesn't it? When I start rushed, I stay rushed. The day feels chaotic. But when I start slow, even just a little bit slow, the day feels more manageable, more under control.
I think that's why these small rituals matter. They're not about being productive or accomplishing something. They're about giving yourself a gentle beginning, a moment of peace before everything else starts demanding your attention.
A gentle beginning. I really like that phrase because that's what we all need, isn't it? A gentle beginning before the world asks things of us.
Exactly. Before we have to be anywhere or do anything. Before we have to perform or produce or respond. Just being, just waking up, just existing quietly for a little while.
Just waking up. Just existing.
And I think over time, these small rituals become something you look forward to. They're not chores. They're not things you have to do. They're things you want to do because they make you feel good. They make the morning feel like yours.
That's true. I look forward to my coffee by the window now. I look forward to that quiet. Even on hard days, even when I'm tired, that moment feels like a gift I give myself.
A gift you give yourself. I like that.
So if you're listening to this, maybe think about your own morning. What do you do when you first wake up? Do you rush or do you give yourself time? There's no right answer. Everyone is different. But maybe there's one small thing you could do tomorrow morning. One small thing that makes the start feel a little gentler, a little more yours.
It could be coffee by the window. It could be cold water on your face. It could be a walk or stretching or just sitting quietly for a minute. It could be writing or listening to the morning sounds or making tea slowly.
Whatever it is, it's yours. Your way of beginning. Your way of saying, this day starts with me taking care of myself.
Your way of beginning.
Thanks for listening today.
We'll talk again soon.
Take care of yourself.
Take care.